Raiders versus Patriots matchup preview with special guest Beantown breakdown. We also have our updated injury report and somebody I have some choice words for tonight. It all goes down next right here on Hammers.House.
The United States are strongly encouraged to shelter in place to avoid being attacked or taken hostage. To shelter in place, take the following precautions. Close all windows and doors, and all lights.
Welcome to the official, the original, the only house for Las Vegas Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions. Welcome to Hammers.House. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday evening wherever you guys are at. Before we even get into it, y'all know the routine. And if you're new in here, I'm going to learn you. Break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash the bell. We are, 570 something from 5K. Let's run those numbers up. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's do a quick roll call. Matthew Moyer, Raider Nation Cali, and KJ. Super Hood, my brother Thor, salute. Robert Alvarado, Jason Marshall, Mason Blue, The Nation Nightmare, Raider Goon Ticket Holder, Big Boy, Jose, number 1, 2, 3. Raiders gonna recognize game. Holly Tanner was good. Hope everybody's doing well. I didn't know he was live. It is what it is. I had this from yesterday. We had to regroup after Bobby had to leave and handle some work business. So yeah, so it is what it is. If I don't have people in here, oh well. This is our secondary quarterback rating, 32 completion percentage, 32 pathetic. Yeah, it is what it is. So we're going to get into it. I'm about to play a sound clip. Please give me a thumbs up so I know that you guys heard it. Hi, Carrie. How are you? Raiders C-Dub, what's up? Ben Bad, what up? All right. So let me play this clip. Again, you guys hear it. Just give me a thumbs up so I know you guys can hear it. But we got some shit to talk about right now before we get into this matchup preview, and I'm going to play it right now. Again, thumbs up so I know you guys hear it.
Daniel Carlson, who has a monster leg. We're talking about one of the biggest legs in the league. He's bombing this thing high to the goal line. Okay. So by the time that ball is kicked, one who's the holder is getting back into his lane coverage. And obviously the kicker's kind of mirroring where the ball is. And then that you're catching that at the goal line. And this thing has like hang time of a punt, like bigger than a punt or whatever. So then our special teams able to get down there, tackle them inside the 20, inside the 15, which is a massive fucking advantage as opposed to starting at the 25. So keep your eyes peeled for that tonight on Thursday Night Football. The special teams coordinator there at the Raiders.
Sure.
I know him a little bit.
Oh, who is he?
Just don't need to say his name.
Okay.
That fucking guy will read the rule book every single day trying to find. And I had to ask him. I actually had to ask him. I was like, hey, am I seeing what I think I'm seeing on your kickoffs or whatever? And like, am I allowed to talk about this? Like, is this something I'm allowed to talk about what you're doing or what kind of throw you? He said, all legal, babe. Do what you got to do. Awesome. I was like, all right, well, all right, this is what's happening. So that's something that I've never seen done before. And if it's been legal this entire time and somebody figured out that it was legal with a loophole or whatever, should have been doing that for a long time. And it will help out the kickoff coverage a lot. And also is going to create a lot more returns. Like tonight, you'll see some returns tonight if they choose to do it. If not, if you think the Rams offense is terrible, which they might, you might just fucking kick it through the end zone and just be like, team stinks. But going forward, if you see Raiders doing that, if like they have respect for the other offense.
All right, we're not going any further than that. But as a result of Pat McAfee's big fucking mouth, Yeah, I said it. I don't care how big your platform is. You're a fucking douchebag for this shit. So earlier today, the Raiders, or the NFL rather, came down on the Raiders with what they've been doing the last couple of weeks. It was something for a lot of people that aren't familiar with it, did not know why these guys have somebody holding the kickoffs when they're inside. So look, the ball was a little bit higher. Pat McAfee was able to gain more height as a result of this. And look, these guys would end up shutting down a return and having these guys start with inside the 25 with all that height. You have speed demons on your kickoff team flying down there, getting to the ball and making plays happen. So a couple of hours ago, the league came down on it. There was no rule on this. What they were doing was legal, but now all of a sudden the league is saying otherwise, and it's a violation of league rules. So for that, Pat McAfee, again, you're probably not watching. I don't care. Somebody will make sure that you get a hold of this, though, and I hope they do. Pat McAfee, point blank period, you piece of shit. You are the whistleblower. Like, I'm not going to fucking make bones about it. You're a fucking snitch. Cambodian breast milk on deck, by the way, y'all. I'm just, that's perfect. Rat McAfee. There you go. Let's get that trending. Hashtag Rat McAfee, you piece of shit. Bad Bunny's a better professional wrestler than you. Logan Paul or Jake Paul, whichever one of them was in WWE recently, is a better wrestler than you are. Stick to what you know. You don't play in the league anymore. There was no need for you to open your mouth. And you're not a kicker. You're a punter. There's a huge difference. Fucking scumbag, bro. I swear to God. I don't care. I do not care on that. Bobby, I did send him the link. He's going to pull up shortly. We do have the updated injury report after today's practice. For the Raiders, Alex Bars did not participate, still dealing with the knee injury. Andrew Billings, fibula, limited. Jermaine Illuminor, limited with the oblique in the wrist. Josh Jacobs, quad hand, limited. Dylan Parham, full participant today. Denzel Perryman was limited with a hip. Sam Webb, full participant after having an illness yesterday. Rock Yassin, he did not participate, still dealing with the knee injury. Malcolm Coons, he wasn't listed yesterday, but he was a full participant today. I guess he was dealing with a knee injury. With the Patriots, you have Jack Jones' knee. He didn't participate. They have a bunch of didn't participate. I'll just go through the names. I'm not going with the specific injuries. Jack Jones, Devontae Parker, Ramondre Stevenson, Isaiah Wynn did not participate. Christian Barmore, Yadni Kajus, Joe Cardona, Damian Harris, Jacoby Myers, Jalen Mills were all limited except for Joe Cardona. He was a full participant today. Like I said, Bobby should be here momentarily. We're going to have him come on in. We're going to do this matchup preview together. We'll go through the numbers the second he pulls up. Day-Day's in the building. Top Flight is in the building. Let's see who else is in here. Lester Cotton cut. Yeah, he was cut days ago. All right, without any further ado, let me bring this guy in here. He is the resident Masshole of Raider Nation. He is a Patriots fan. He covers the Patriots, the Celtics, and the Red Sox on his channel all the way up in cold-ass New England. Without any further ado, let me bring in my brother, Beantown Breakdown.
What's good, bro?
Wow, you get a round of applause and everything. That's cute.
What's good?
Before we start, I just wanted to put this out there first. I already spoke on Rat McAfee, but I just wanted to say fuck the Patriots.
Well, fuck you right back. From the entire Patriots nation, all of us.
There's only one nation, so don't ever do that again, especially not in here, not in the black hole. You're out of your mind. So we go into this matchup. The last time we met was September 27, 2020 at Gillette. You guys beat us 36-20. We go into the individual leaders right now for both teams. Derek Carr, passing yards, 3,117. Mac Jones with 2,198. Completion percentage, 62 for Derek Carr. Mac Jones, 68.2. Passing touchdowns, 20-7 in favor of Derek Carr. Your rushing leaders, Ramondre Stevenson with 742 for the Pats. For our Raiders, 1,402 for JJ. Hashtag pay JJ, hashtag pay baby beast mode. Receiving yards, 1,247 for Devontae Adams. Jacoby Myers leads the way for the Patriots with 593. Receiving touchdowns, Devontae with 12. Jacoby Myers with 3. Tackles, Devon Diablo. Max Crosby is tackle behind Devon Diablo at 73. Devon Diablo has 74, and we still don't know when he's coming back. For the Patriots, Jawan Bentley with 85. God damn. Sacks, 11.5 for Max Crosby. Matthew Judon with 14.5. Interceptions, you got Jonathan Jones for the Patriots. He leads with 3. Deron Harmon with 2. The current standings right now, as we go into this matchup, the Patriots are 7-6. In the conference, they have a record of 5-3. The Raiders, coming off that loss last Thursday night to the Rams, are now excuse me. We know their record. It's not a pretty one. We're 5-8 in the conference. We are 4-5. Gave you guys the scenarios yesterday and what it would take for this team to potentially get in the playoffs. It's a very, very tough road. A whole bunch of things have to work out for us in order for us to get in.
Whoever loses this game probably isn't making the playoffs.
Pretty much, because
that's
for
what it
us,
comes down to. Whoever loses this game is probably not making the playoffs.
For us, we have to win out, and then we need all these other scenarios to play out for us. And look, it's somewhat of a deja vu from last year, but it really isn't. In regards to the team rankings overall, total offense for the Raiders, they are ranked 8th. Total defense for the Pats, they are ranked 6th in the league right now. Passing offense, we're ranked 12th. Their passing defense is ranked 9th. Rushing offense, the Raiders are ranked 10th. The rushing defense for the Pats, they're ranked 12th. Scoring offense, we're ranked 11th. They are ranked 5th in points allowed they're ranked 5th in points allowed with 18.4. Sacks allowed, we're tied for 5th at 23. They are 3rd in sacks with 45 total as a team. Third down offense will rank 19th. Third down defense, the Pats are ranked 16th. Red zone offense will rank 29th. Red zone defense for the Pats are tied for 12th. Giveaways were tied 2nd with only 13. The Pats are tied for 24th with 12. Total defense for the Raiders, they're tied for 24th. Total offense for the Pats is 24th. Passing defense is 29th for us. Their passing offense is 21st. Rushing defense, we're ranked 10th. Rushing offense for the Pats is 23rd, so we know we can stop that run. Points allowed, we're tied for 24th. Scoring offense, the Pats are ranked 18th. Points allowed, we're tied for 24th. Scoring offense, I already said that one. My bad. Sacks, we're tied 24th with 25 sacks allowed. They're tied for 18th with 33 on the year. Third down defense, we're ranked 26th. Third down offense for the Pats, they're ranked 28th. Red zone defense, we're ranked 29th. Red zone offense, they are ranked dead last for the Patriots. Takeaways were ranked 31st, and giveaways, the Pats are ranked 23rd. So
it's pretty even in some categories.
In some, yes. Your running offense is god awful, and we've been notorious for stopping the run this season. So that's something I don't have to be overly concerned about.
And we don't have Ramondre Stevenson. So there's 2 rookies going to be in the backfield.
So just something for us to feast on. But at the same time, look, scenarios like that, normally it scares some of us because we see what happens when certain people aren't there for other teams, and the end results normally aren't pretty for us. So we will take this as it goes. I'm not holding my breath. Like I said, I've told you guys I'm taking this on a week by week basis. So
we both have to win out as the biggest thing to get in. We have to win. We have to win the next 4 games to get in. We can't lose. If we beat you guys, we have to win out. We have to. If we lose another game, if you beat us, we're definitely done. And then if we lose another one, we're for sure. But yeah, no, I think whoever loses this game is not making the playoffs.
Who do you guys have left on your schedule after us?
We have the Bengals. We have we have the Raiders, the Bengals, the Jets, and Buffalo.
Shit. I thought you guys
the Jets already. And I take it back. No, Miami, not the Jets. Miami.
Yeah, you guys are not Yeah.
So even if we beat you guys, we have to beat Buffalo and we have to beat Miami.
So for those that haven't been around,
and Cincinnati.
For those that haven't been around the last couple of days, I've given out the scenario. I'm going to give it one last time, and then after that, I don't want to talk about it anymore. The scenario goes like this. We have to win out the rest of the season. We have to win these 4 games, but also we need help at the same time. All 5 of these scenarios have to happen. The Patriots must lose 2 of their final games, including the game to us. They lose to us and then lose another game, they're done. The Chargers must lose 2 of their 4 final games. The Jets must lose 2 of their final 4 games. The Jaguars must lose at least 1 of their final 4 games, and we have to win out. That's the only way we can get in. I'm not thinking playoffs. I'm thinking week by week, and we see what the hell happens, but we need a ton of help along the way. We handle our business, but we need help along the way, so it's a bit of a stretch right now.
From there.
Say it again?
Win your games and then worry about everybody else later.
Yeah. This shit is kind of a stretch right now. And look, I'm not being an asshole about it. I'm being a realist about it. You guys have to look at it that way.
So after you guys, our remaining schedule is Bengals, Miami, Buffalo. So it's you, Cincinnati, Miami, and then Buffalo. So yeah, it's a gauntlet going down the stretch.
I
personally don't see it. We might be able to clip Miami and Cincinnati, but Buffalo's we're not. I don't think realistically we're not going to beat Buffalo.
I honestly see you maybe winning maybe 1 of the next 4. Like I'm not being an asshole about it. I think 1 of the next 4 most likely.
So the Cincy game and the Cincy and Buffalo game are going to be tough. Those are going to be tough. We might be able to get Miami, but just realistically, it's a hard 4-game stretch.
Yeah. We shall see. Like I said, I'm not holding my breath on this right now. We take this as it goes and see what the possibilities are, but I just want to see us win games. Like if we get the help, that's great. That's great. But I'm going to take this one day at a time. I was at the game this past Thursday, and it was an utterly disgusting last-minute loss. Once again, the refs screwed us. Look, we saw a lot of things after the game. We saw the holds. We saw the bullshit, and it's a sin. But again, we're forever public enemy number 1. I opened up talking about Rat McAfee and pretty much him snitching on the Raiders.
What does he have to gain in that whole scenario? Nothing.
He doesn't have anything to gain. He's just got a big fucking mouth. And that's what I mean.
Like if you see an advantage, don't, you know what I mean? You're not playing. What do you have? There's no gain for him in saying anything. So why even say it? Like you could say it off air, but don't broadcast it out there.
He's got a huge platform now, what he does on his YouTube channel. And look, obviously everybody's listening and watching what he has to say. And the league office got a hold of it. And that was that. Like, Rat McAfee, you're a bitch.
Here's the other thing too. The Patriots aren't getting the help from the refs they used to either. You know what I mean? So I don't think you guys would have to worry about that aspect of stuff.
The one thing that I thought about, though, in regards to this situation is like, go figure, they're coming after us for something like that, something so minuscule. But at the same time, look at who our head coach is and who our head coach once was, a Patriot. So doesn't surprise me.
Here's one thing that Patriot fans and Raider fans have in common. The refs aren't at least now this season, the refs have not, you guys have always been, the refs have always hated you guys, but this year, the refs aren't giving us any breaks either. So it's like, because here's the thing, man, I was around before Brady. I've seen what this looked like, what this train looked like pre-Brady. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty and it wasn't fun.
I want everybody in this chat tonight. You can hashtag it. Let's get this shit trending. Definitely get it trending in the chat. You could put Rat McAfee, Pat McArat, or even just straight up fuck Pat McAfee. But just hashtag it, put it in the chat. I'm really. But
that was so dumb. Why would you? There's no gain there. He doesn't play. You know what that was? Is maybe he's just trying to raise a middle finger to you guys.
Fuck him. You're a punter. You don't even get points for what you did. Like, fuck you. Mitch, what's good, Mitch? Mitch, aka Orange Cassidy, is in the building. What's good, bro? Hope you're doing well. Hashtag cat rat. I like that. That's your Mitch. Oh my god.
No,
is this guy for real? They got 18
I tell you what, you know how if I was Josh, you know how I would play, you know how I would beat the Patriots? Our two tackles are terrible. The replacements, you know, never mind the starters, because Isaiah Wynn and Trent Brown are they're like a shop vac because they suck and blow. They're terrible. I would line up Max on the outside and just let him go to town.
We'll see how this shit goes. I'm looking forward to seeing.
I would blitz the crap out of him, and I would line up Max on the outside. Those tackles aren't going to be able to handle him. I know that for a fact. Max going to have at best 2 seconds in the pocket to make a read. How
many sacks do you think Max Crosby has on Mac Jones this weekend?
2.
Okay. Do you think Chandler Jones gets in there as well?
You guys will probably have 3 sacks this game. You're gonna get to him. The offensive line is bad. If your secondary can hold up for 3 seconds, you're gonna be good.
How are you feeling about the return of Hunter Renfrow and Darren Waller to the Raiders offense against your defense?
Well, the middle of the field for the Pats, their linebackers have been terrible for 3 seasons. So that scares the crap out of me because Waller in the seam route, there's none of our linebackers that can cover that. And he's a mismatch for any corner. That's if he wants to play and not worry about his rap career.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Can we not talk about that shitty ass career that he has that he calls rap music?
So but this is what I'm the tight ends and the middle of that 9 to 15 yard gap, the middle of the field where the linebackers are or where they're supposed to cover. It's been teams have absolutely demolished us this year in those areas. So if I was Josh, I would just stay in the middle of the field because there's no. I would use Waller and I would use Renfrow on drag routes and crossers, and I would just live in the middle of the field. The Pats can't cover. They can't cover the middle of the field. The back end of their defense isn't too bad, but the linebackers are terrible, dude. I would live in that 7, 8, 9 to 15 yard gap on the field. Just live there all game.
T. Disley, shout out to you. He said you utterly have a Super Bowl because of the Tuck rule. Your dynasty is built on lies. God damn.
And I'll take every single one of those trophies. Thank you.
Shout out to Jason Marshall in the chat. He said, Hammer, if I'm not mistaken, since COVID, there was a shortage of refs in the NFL using staff from high school and college. No consistency for calling games. Damn, that's fucking just abysmal within itself. Trent Brown still eating fruit roll-ups in New England. Is he?
Yep. I tell you one thing. Our offensive line coach was Dante Scarnecchia, one of the best offensive line coaches, in my opinion, to ever coach the position. And ever since he left, the offensive line has been trash.
Stay solid said can't stop Max. Got to hold him, which is
I'm telling you that's exact. If I was Josh, that is exactly how I would play this team. I would put him on the outside. I would work him on an outside technique on the tackle, and just tell him go to town, because the 2 replacement tackles they're nowhere fast enough to. They're going to have to double team Max Crosby every play. Seriously, they're going to have to chip him. They're going to have to, there's going to be a back on help with it. One-on-one, he's a mismatch all game.
Fuck it. We cheating now. Bring the lasers to the Death Star, boys. Talk that shit, Willie. We can't cover.
Saying, man, I would Max on pocket awareness too is not good this year. He's got no confidence that he can sit back in a pocket and diagnose a defense. I would blitz the crap out of him, and I would line up Max on the outside. That's how I would play it all game.
We'll put Max in a fucking wide 9, and I think he should be just fine.
That's what I mean. Use him in a wide technique. Him in a wide technique and just rush him off the edge. They're gonna have to hit him with a tight end or a running back every time, because one-on-one, that's not happening. And I'm as realistic as it gets, man. You guys could very much win this game by a lot of points.
Guys, this shit is just so fucking good right now. I know I didn't get anything in the super chat, but I'm gonna hit this anyways because holy shit.
What do you got?
Breast milk, you make my day. That Cambodian breast milk hits different, y'all. Goddamn. I feel like, what the hell? I know it's off topic. Why are all these guys saying go grab Lamar Jackson this offseason? Do you agree Tay would leave if that happened, just on the statistics standpoint? And love the channel, bro. Christopher Dahl, appreciate you pulling on up, and I appreciate your question. I talked about this the other day because a lot of people, and there have been content creators as well, that have been like, who's going to be the next quarterback? And they think that Lamar Jackson should be that guy. Look, Lamar Jackson would not work in this system. We saw that movie.
Out of the league in 4 seasons. Bet on it.
We saw that movie in New England when Cam Newton went up there and tried to learn Josh McDaniel's system, and he failed miserably. At the same time, Lamar Jackson has a lot of mileage on him already. He's been banged up several times throughout his career already. Yes, he's gotten MVP. Nobody gives a shit about that. He didn't win a championship. But
where's the Lombardi? Because that's all that matters. Who cares about MVPs?
Like I said, he has a lot of mileage on him. If we wanted a quarterback like that, we draft one, second or third round. We let him be the successor to Derek Carr when Carr's contract is up. Lamar Jackson and the money standpoint as well, absolutely not. And everybody needs to get it out of their head. Lamar Jackson is not, I repeat, not coming to Las Vegas.
He's injury prone now too, man. He's injury prone now too. You can't count on him lasting a full season.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
If you gave me a choice between Aaron Rodgers and Lamar Jackson headed to you guys, I would take Rodgers any day of the week. Seriously.
Chris, I look, you're new to the channel and I appreciate your support. I appreciate you being a new member to the channel. But when it comes to fellow content creators that I have a relationship with, I don't put names out there like that. I don't back, like, that's another one of my brothers. It is what it is. Like I said, Lamar Jackson is just a guy that will not be here. People have also asked about Tom Brady. Honestly, at this point, Tom Brady's best years are past him. He's going through it right now with this whole off the field situation. Like, he's another guy I would not want on this team right now. I'm sorry.
So here it is. Right. Brady's, the biggest thing that I've noticed with him this year, the greatness comes in spurts. It's no longer consistent. Can he like dial it up when he needs to? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he can do it. You saw the game-winning drive with 3 minutes left. He scored 14 points. You know what I mean? Yeah. Can he do it in spurts? Yeah, absolutely. Continuously, I think that's where it fell off. You know what I mean?
Some people are saying in the chat, like, even Brady's lost his mojo. Like, look.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely. It's no longer there consistently. Can he dial it up when he needs to? Sure. But it's not a consistent thing anymore.
He's done. He's going on 46 years old? Like,
yeah.
Look, we know that
that's a lot of miles, Hammer. 23 seasons in the NFL. That's a lot of mileage.
We know the league and the safety of the players has played an incredibly crucial role into why he's had such longevity in this league as they protect their quarterbacks now. But look, he's done. He's done. He's another guy I do not see coming here. That's another player, another quarterback that I don't want to see in the chat mentioned again. Oh, we should bring him. It's not happening. Please get it out of your heads. It's not happening. Although Brady did have a horrible long touchdown called back last week.
I think you guys should I think you should hang on to Carr because he's good, man. He can play, right? He's hang on to him and then draft his successor this year. This coming draft should be the draft that you take his successor.
Shout out to Christopher Dahl on the $5 super chat. Not in a bad way towards Mitch. Love him. Just a lot of new fans in his chat. That's what got you. And you know what? you did the super chat. And for those that have been here since day one, y'all know what CBM is.
Yep.
This is what we do from here on out when we get super chats, because I can't change it for some reason through the alert box. It won't let me use this clip, but I'm using it anyway. Salute to you and thank you, Chris. Much appreciated. Big Mike is in the building. Salute, Hammer, my Beantown brother. Salute, fellas. Appreciate you, Big Mike. Mike will be on. He'll be calling in on Sunday morning as we do our Sunday morning fantasy start sit-em. For those that are still in your fantasy leagues, those that are trying to still get into the playoffs, pull on up Sunday morning. I will give you guys the best start sit-em advice. Big Mike has been in there. He could tell you, like, a lot of the times I do not miss when I give you guys fantasy advice on who to start and sit for your rosters. So you won't want to miss that. We go through the rankings. We go through the weather. We go through the game statuses on the injury reports throughout the league. So you guys don't want to miss out on that.
I got a question for you.
What's up?
Who's this a bigger game for? Belichick or Josh?
Josh, it's the master versus the teacher. I'm sorry, the master versus the student. So
you think it's more important to Josh?
Yes.
No, see, I think it's more important. Bill needs to win this game.
All right, so why? Well, I
His
definitely want
legacy,
to hear
dude.
Jim say about that. His
The
legacy?
I put a here. I've been very critical of Bill this year. I hated the fact. I hate the fact that Bill's kid is running the defense, and there's no qualifications or reason why that should be. He's got no resume that says he should be a defensive coordinator other than he's the coach's kid. And I hate that. You know what I equate that to, Hammer? That's the Pop Warner coach with the kid on his team. That's the quarterback and the captain, and he blows. And he's just the quarterback and the captain because he's the coach's kid. So I hate that decision. Hate it. Right? And I would take I don't know what the reasoning, the method behind the madness of putting a defensive guy who's done defense for 20 years, knows nothing about offense, in an offensive play calling role. That is a massive head scratcher.
I don't get it. And look, this is probably the reason why things are not.
Joe Judge, right? Then you bring Joe Judge in, who's a special teams coach by trade and by what he's done for years and years. He was a special teams coach. None of these guys have anything remotely close to any offensive expertise. I put a lot of, and Mac Jones is regressing his pocket awareness and his on the field awareness. The last game, if you go back and watch that last game from the Pats, there are large stretches of that game. And I mean like whole drives where he's just lost. He looks lost. He's making bad reads, like missing wide open guy. Like, it's not good. It looks bad. And he's got nobody there to help. Like, and that's Bill. That's a head coach. That's Bill. This is your experiment. This is your bed.
Do you think
that, and now you have to lay in it. I put a lot of pressure on him for that.
Do you think realistically that Mac Jones is missing Josh McDaniels tremendously right now?
So here's what I think it is. Josh taught him really well how to run that. That offense is incredibly complicated. It is a ton of pre-snap reads, not only for the quarterback, but he's got to communicate with the center. Like, it goes all the way down. It's an extremely complex offense. And Josh McDaniels learned it from Charlie Weiss.
Right.
So when he left, there's nobody there to continue that. So that's why the Patriots had to adopt this whole new offensive scheme. And it's literally going terribly. It's going off. It's not. Yeah, it's awful. The offense is terrible, dude.
Disley said that the Patriots have a good defense, so he's proving he should be a D coordinator right now. Now, I guess he's talking in regards
the Pats defense is not that great, man.
The rankings seem to tell a different story, though. Look, like,
okay, what happens when they play Buffalo? What happens when they play good teams? What happens when they play Minnesota?
Okay,
Buffalo, Minnesota. When they play the better teams, they allow 24. They allow points. They they play that bend don't break D. You know, it's that 24, 27 point game. But if you can't put up 24, 27 points, you're losing games. Their defense is a lot of smoke and mirrors, dude. It's good. Like there's massive holes that you can, in that deep, like voids of talent. Like the line, if you guys use Waller and use Renfro and use your receivers in the flats and in that short game, you'll kill this team. You'll absolutely. And if Josh, doesn't do anything stupid and try to get too cute and stick with the game plan, you should win this game.
That's the only thing.
You guys should win this game.
It's the only thing I'm afraid of right now because, and I put this up for the I shit the bed loser of the week last week, and McDaniels won that award, was him steering away from what worked. Like last week against the Rams, he had a really solid running game, and it wasn't just Josh Jacobs. He had Mac Hollins going in the backfield on end arounds and reverses, and he was getting a lot of positive yards. Then the second half, he steered away from it. Tay had a couple of nice receptions, had some really good yardage in the first half.
How do you not throw to that guy in the second half?
That's what I'm saying. Like you're all of a sudden you steer away from what's working. Why the fuck are you doing that?
Because he did that for 18 seasons in because you know what it is? He tries to be the smartest guy in the room. Sometimes simple is best. It's not hard to beat this team this year. It's really not. The linebackers can't cover. You live in the middle of the field. Look at Minnesota, the middle of any of these teams that beat the Pats. Josh Allen gets into the second level, past the defensive line, done. 18, 20, 16-yard gains. There's massive weak spots on this team, and you guys should be able to exploit them.
We should be, but we seem to be our own Achilles heel when it comes to a lot of situations.
Is there a reason? So Big Mike says, is there a reason why Jonnu Smith hasn't been plugged in this season? They don't have faith in him. They tried to throw to him early on in the season, and he had stone hands, and Patricia and Belichick lost faith in him. That's why. And he's most likely, they were talking about it. They've been talking about it for about 2 weeks now, that he's probably they're probably going to try and move on from him.
I thought, honest to God, bringing him in with what he had done for Tennessee and it's Hunter Henry, right? As your other tight end. I thought that they were trying to bring back like Gronk and Aaron Hernandez 2.0 with that shit, and just seemed to they just fell flat on their face with it.
The problem with Hunter Henry is they're trying to. So Jonnu is a really good blocking tight end, right? But they lost faith in him, so they don't put him out there a lot. So now they're trying to ask Hunter Henry to be a blocking tight end, and he's not good at it. He's not. He is strictly an offensive, like pass catcher kind of built type, like a very much like a Travis Kelce built. Doesn't block well. You know what I mean?
Disley said Carr was tripped by the O-lineman on the INT before halftime. It's funny. We actually, as we were doing live last night, I think it was Justice Violator called in, and shout out to him for that amazing phone call last night. I actually flipped to the screen, and I showed that actual play when he threw that interception just before half last Thursday night. He was bumped. Absolutely. It's just, again, we have the second fewest giveaways this season, so it's like I can't be too mad about it. And then the last couple of games, he was going in with like the 7th best touchdown to interception ratio, but the last few weeks kind of slid down a little bit too. So I don't know. I think it's going to be a good matchup. I think with the return of Waller and Renfro, I think a lot of things will be opened up more for this offense. I just hope that McDaniels does right by this team. I hope Patrick Graham doesn't make bonehead fucking play calls like calling a bump and run. I'm sorry, a man coverage with seconds left in the game. And
you guys should play it. Honestly, Mac has been bad in the zone this year.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me if you guys play a lot of too high and a lot of zone. He's been bad. He's throwing footballs right at cornerbacks that just, he doesn't look them off, and it hasn't been good.
Sinister, only the best, man. Cambodian breast milk all day long. Whew. So good. So good. Perfect time for 13 and 18 to carve up the middle. That's a fact. That's a fact. Now Carr fucked up on that play. Look, from I've heard, I had spoken to people that were at the game last Thursday night on that play specifically, and a lot of people were saying that Amir Abdul was wide open on that play. So it is what it is. Again, this is a woulda, coulda, shoulda situation. We move forward. What was it? You face forward, or you face the possibility of shock and damage. Like, we got 4 more games to go. We're concerned about those. Fuck the losses that we've had, the close games that we've had. It is what it is. We can't go back into time.
It has looked better, though. You guys have looked better the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
It's definitely an improvement from what it was in the beginning of the season.
Anthony, he was in here. He was in here. You just didn't. You might have not known the name, but he's in here.
No, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game.
How much more time you got, Bobby?
Oh, dude, I'm free. I got nothing.
I'm gonna open this up to the nation because we do have a Pats fan in the black hole. If y'all want to pull up, sound off, give him a hard time.
Let's do this.
Pull up. I wasn't gonna do this, but look, pull on up. If y'all want to pull up, pull up. Be somewhat respectful though. This he's still, regardless of him being a Pats fan.
Oh, I can handle my own.
He is still the resident masshole of the Raider Nation. He's always more than welcome in here. We have nothing but love for him. But yeah, if you guys want to pull up, pull up. Yeah,
I can handle my own. Hurt. Fuck your team.
Shout out to Chris on the $9.99. Carr is not the problem, in my opinion. I'll send the highest super chat you have ever gotten if the Raiders make the playoffs. Raiders score prediction. Raiders by 21. God damn.
It wouldn't. So what does the rest of your schedule look like? So after us, who do you have?
We have. Hold up. We have. Oh my God. We had the Steelers on Christmas Eve. We had the 49ers on New Year's Day, and then we close out against the Chiefs at home.
So you'll beat the Steelers. The 49ers and the Chiefs are interesting because if they're resting guys, you might win those games.
I don't think that the Chiefs will rest guys because it's an AFC West game. I don't see them doing that.
Yeah, but if they've got the number 1 seed and home field advantage locked up, you really think they're not going to rest guys?
I don't know. I really don't.
You might win those 2 games simply because they're resting guys. And not, they've already got their seeding and they've already won their, they've already got their spot in the playoffs, and you may win those games.
We'll see what happens.
The Chiefs won, you could, but I think that's a real possibility that they could be resting games. The Niners you're going to have to try to beat. That's going to be a tough one.
They're using, they have the 3rd string now in Brock Purdy.
Yeah. But that defense, that Niners D is ridiculous.
Look, I said a couple of weeks ago, like, look, we know who my team is, but there's also, I will watch players. I will follow players. I don't care what team the players play for. Specific players, yes, but other players, not so much. But somebody the other day told me that that Perryman is better than Fred Warner. And I just was like, what? What did you say?
No, that statement is false.
Both games are huge rivalry, and they will not rest guys on principle. There you go, Josh. There you go, and thank you for that comment.
But that's what, that's right. The Niners and the Raiders hate each other. You guys hate the Niners.
Oh, we're not on the other side of the bay anymore, but there's still bad blood there. There will forever be bad blood there. Zero excuses when we whoop that ass. There you go. Talk that shit, Jason. Guys, I'd like
to see you guys beat the Niners.
I would like to see that too. I really wish I could go to Vegas that weekend, but that's not happening.
I know. I was trying to get to that. I was trying to get to this game.
This was another one I wanted to go to.
I was trying to get out there. I couldn't with everything that was going on. I couldn't make it work. But
we have a holiday party at the house. So my family is coming to see the house for the very first time. So I can't be like, yeah, by the way, I'm going to Vegas. Like, fuck.
By the way, I'm leaving. See you later.
Yeah.
Happy holiday.
Shout out to Chris on the $4.99. I know they're good, but the Niners will learn. We still own the Bay. Chiefs honestly don't scare me. Wife's Broncos fan, and they look suspect.
The Chiefs are beatable. They are.
Hold
the
up.
Chiefs are beatable.
And by the way, you know that these lives like are stored. So that last super chat you sent, I'm holding you to that, dude. I'm holding you to that. Raiders are gonna beat the Patriots. The season has been frustrating. Ladies and gentlemen, the resident meathead of the Raider Nation, Robert Cisneros. What's up, brother? Again, I put the link in the chat if you guys want to pull up and harass Beantown for a little bit.
Well, I can hold my own.
I know you can. You're from fucking Boston. He's a Sox fan, y'all. A Sox fan.
I know, and you're a Mets fan. I feel bad for you. Sorry.
Fuck you. We got Verlander, bitch.
And you're still going to go nowhere. You're going to win 100 games, and you're going to lose in the first round.
Oh, damn. We got to make the playoffs now.
You're going to win 100. You're going to win like you're going to win 100 games, and you're going to lose in the first round.
Guys, do you see this? Y'all remember the name, too. We make the playoffs. Holy shit. Buddha, what's good? Sinister's in the building. What's good, bro?
Nothing much. Yes, I know I look a lot different than the last time.
I was just about to say, holy shit, he got rid of the beard.
I had to. I needed a haircut bad, man. I had to. How are you gentlemen doing tonight?
Doing great.
I'm good.
So
Fuck you, Rob.
I think this game is going to be important, but I do agree with Beantown's take that it's more for Belichick than it is Josh McDaniels.
All right, so let me hear why.
Belichick's trying to beat the damn master. Their offenses look lackluster as fuck this year. I mean, they're trying to make the playoffs as much as we're trying to make the playoffs.
So Belichick is trying to beat the student. He's trying to abuse the student, pretty much.
He's going to try to come in and stump our fucking offense. He knows Josh McDaniels as well as Josh McDaniels knows him.
Damn, y'all are
It's gonna be a good game, man, because they both want to win. Josh's this is huge for him. If he beats the teacher, if he beats Belichick, at home, that's huge.
Look, technically, he beat him in the preseason.
That's preseason. That shit doesn't count. Get the
Look,
fuck
we had
out of here with
we
that.
had third stringers out there beating up on your starters, so it counts for something.
Preseason. That shit. You know what? That doesn't suit you. That doesn't suit you, Hammer.
I just had to try to start something.
You want all right? I got two words for you, buddy. Tuck rule. Thanks for starting the dynasty, big guy. Thanks for starting off the 6 rings.
It was a dynasty.
We'll take that one from you and 5 others.
It was a dynasty of lies. Fuck, I left and I clicked out. Sinister, it's all good. I feel like nobody else is gonna pull up and give
them trophies are still pretty shiny though.
Shut up. Didn't McDaniels beat Belichick when he was in Denver? Did he? He did.
Oh, he did beat him. Yes, he did.
Okay. So
he beat him in Denver too. Yes, he did. With Tim. I think with Tim fucking Tebow.
Timmer. Oh shit, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know him from Planet Raiders, and he's got his own YouTube channel now. And if you haven't, please subscribe. Big Mike Raider on YouTube, and another unofficial member of Mount Shieldmore. Big Mike Raiders in the building. What's good, bro?
Yo, salute. How you doing, Beantown?
What's up, man?
Hey, I just want to put out there, it was a fumble. It was a damn fumble, and I will go to the grave with that.
It was a fumble. I don't give a fuck what you said.
I'll be the first to admit, I thought it was over. I thought he hit him. It was on the ground, and it was all like I had never even heard of the tuck rule before it was called that. I never even heard of it. We were watching it, and I was like, it's over. It's done. That's it.
Yeah. And you know what? Like I tell people this all the time. Feel free to disagree with me. I feel like Tom Brady would be selling insurance with State Farm if that was called the right way. Because you guys had Drew Bledsoe at that time. And he would have probably got his job back if Tom Brady didn't win that Super Bowl. That's just how I see it.
It was
Ooh.
When Bill decided to go with Brady over as good as Bledsoe was playing, the whole state was shocked. Everybody up here was like, who the fuck is this guy? Who is this guy? And that was the reaction for days. I'm like, who is this guy? What do we do? Like, we're not playing Drew Bledsoe for this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he struggled for a while. Brady struggled for a while. They struggled for a bit to get traction.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And you know what was funny is that at that time you guys beat my Raiders, but I was rooting for you guys because you guys were the underdog story, and I was like, all right, so if we're gonna lose to this team, I want them to win the whole thing, just so I could say we lost to the Super Bowl champs. So that was like the only time I ever like went for the Patriots. Any years after that, that was it. Like that was like, all right, enough of that.
Brady himself even he did say it. He said he thought it was a fumble. He said he said it on multiple occasions. I thought it was knocked out of my hand and it was over.
Yeah. I mean, water under the bridge at this point, man. I mean, Raider fans, we love to talk about the past. That's
one of my favorite Super Bowls ever was watching the Pirate Bowl. You guys take on the
Bucks.
The Bucks. That was one of my favorite Super Bowls ever. I love that. I love watching that.
I could say the same.
And I didn't have a rooting interest, but that was awesome.
Shout out to Chris Dahl on the $4.99. It was a fumble period. Tommy Boy ain't here to save y'all no more. I just honestly feel like the Raiders owe us a blowout. I hate the Pats. And hold on, y'all know what it is.
I tell you, Christopher, it would not surprise me if Josh runs this score. It really, like, if he has the ability to, it wouldn't surprise me to make a statement as like a statement game. If it's 27-10 at the half. It wouldn't surprise me if he puts up 14 more, 14, 17 more. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if he put his foot on the throat of this team of the Pats.
One life to live.
It wouldn't, not at all, dude. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
One life to live for said, let's be honest, a tuck rule game is when Brady's legacy happened against the Raiders. Think if Brady was to come to the Raiders, watch Raiders win a Super Bowl, that's how the NFL goes.
It would be the irony in that would be that would be wild.
So we came into this season, and I said it during a live, how this would be some really crazy shit. That this season marks 22 years since the tuck rule. Wow. That if we were to play, it would be some crazy shit if we were to play the Bucks in the Super Bowl and fucking be the reason that Tom Brady rides off into the sunset retired without a Super Bowl win. But look, I don't think that's happening now.
We would have to win out.
That would be wild though if Josh and him reunite and they win another Super Bowl. It would be that. See, now that would be the end that Brady would go out on. If he went to you guys, reunited with Josh, won a Super Bowl, that season would be his swan song. That would be it for him. He's done.
Shout out to Chris Dahl on the $1.99. McDaniels will run screens or running back screens the whole game. I hope to God not. Oh my God, man! Josh ain't losing. Josh is going to call a perfect game because his pride won't let that happen.
Oh boy. You know what? It wouldn't surprise me if Belichick goes out there and puts like a gas station attendant out at wide receiver, and he goes for 7 catches and 80 yards and a couple of touchdowns too. So that's a Belichick thing to do too.
Oh, what is Josh and
why do you think Patriot players can never be trusted in fantasy? Because the game plan is different every freaking week.
Yep.
It really is.
That's a fact.
I never, when I do the DraftKings, the daily fantasy, ever will I pick a Patriot player twice in a row. Because it's just not going to happen for you unless it's Ramondre Stevenson because they run him into the ground because he's all they got. But outside of that, they suck in fantasy because they'll score 35 points for you one night and then 4 the next.
What is Josh and Tom's relationship like? Are they still cool?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay. Anthony said, I honestly have no idea why NFL changed time. Perfect sense. Josh McDaniels versus Belichick. So I looked at it from the standpoint that the game between the Commanders and the Giants, and I watched that game a couple of weeks back, it actually was a very, very good game. and that game itself actually has playoff implications written all over it, and that's why they flexed it. If both of these teams, and I'm talking about the Patriots and the Raiders now, if they both had winning records, then it would be a completely different story. They would have never flexed it. I know
this is bullshit that we got flexed out of the Sunday night game.
No, I agree. I agree.
We should be the Raiders and the Patriots should absolutely. How can you get a bigger story? You know, teacher versus student.
I think the narrative isn't like the narrative. Yeah, that's
that's the NFL narrative.
That's a fucking Hollywood story within itself. But the NFL was like, nah, we're flexing you guys.
I mean, yeah, we're talking
NFL narrative.
We're talking about, you know, two teams in the NFC who's going to lose in the first round fighting for a playoff spot. Who cares?
If we lose this Sunday, do you think we start Stidham for the last three? Hell no. Hell, you know what? For that one,
no.
Absolutely not.
No, you're
absolutely not.
No, don't start. Why would you start Stidham? Stidham blows.
Yeah, no, hell no. Fuck that.
Yeah,
Only defense on fantasy. KC and Denver got flexed out. KC Raiders will be flexing. Oh, you think so? Chris Dahl on the 499. Bill Belichick will start. Tim Couch will start this week and beat us just to prove a point. Blaine covers their whole game. God damn, man.
Tim
God damn.
That's the crazy that type of shit would happen.
Yeah, it's been happening all season.
He's a Packer fan, but he supports your boy. Shout out to Packer Legend for pulling on up in the building, man. Much love. Appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Those that are in here right now, if you haven't already, break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash the bell. Yeah, I know it's different now because my screen is smaller, but whatever. We're on that road to 5K. If you haven't, please subscribe to Big Mike Raider on YouTube. And Bobby, let them know where they can find you on YouTube.
It's Beantown Breakdown on YouTube. I'm harassing my own fan base on Twitter and the same thing. And I'm on Instagram too.
There you go.
Here's the thing, right? I hate half my fan base.
What?
I do. I swear to God, half of the Patriot fan bases are dumbasses. And I'm not afraid to poke and prod the beehive at all. Because here's the thing. Anybody under the age of 20 has no fucking idea what this team was like without. That's all they've ever known is Brady. Like, you were spoiled. So you need to either go educate yourself on what it was like I'm telling you, man, that it's I'm not afraid to poke and prod the fucking side of the fan base that's just dude, it's the logo above all. Brady made a business decision to leave. He saw Tampa Bay was a quarterback away from being they were a monster. They've always been like that. Jameis Winston is not you put Tom Brady, he made a business decision. I don't fault him at all. He didn't want to wait for the rebuild. And the one thing that pisses me off is that he went to Kraft and Kraft let him go with nothing. We didn't get anything for him. He just let him walk. We got nothing in trade for one of the best NFL players in history. So I don't fault him at all. He made a business decision. He made a business decision to leave. Mitch, and he won a Super Bowl because of it. So it's a pretty good business decision.
Mitch, right? we get it. Your Eagles are doing great.
Oh, fuck the Eagles.
No. I'm gonna give him credit for this.
They are, but you know what? You know what's gonna happen? They're gonna get beat by the Chiefs in the Super Bowl if they make it.
Look, your team has a very credible front office. You were one of three teams with a very, very solid draft this past offseason. So I'll give you your credit where credit's due. Congratulations. And you made some good moves, even bringing in AJ Brown. So good kudos to you, motherfucker. Randy asked for Mr. Beantown from the outside in, who's had a better last 15 years, the Lions or the Raiders?
The last 15 years?
Wow.
Oh,
the Lions blow, man. They went 0-16. Remember
that? Yeah.
How can you say that? The Lions blow. They're freaking awful. I'm surprised that fan base has got to be tapped for even going to those games. They're the last I'm just going off the last history. That team has been bad forever. They drove two of the best, most talented players we've ever seen away. That's how shitty that team was. Barry Sanders quit, and so did Kelvin Johnson. They quit.
Yep.
The Lions suck so bad. They literally quit the team. They were like, fuck this, we're out. We're done. That's how bad that team is. Nobody ever quit the Raiders because they sucked.
Raider Rap said, I don't care if you're 12-1. We got that dub last year. Yeah, and fucking Denzel Perryman put Miles Sanders on a fucking cart. I couldn't stop laughing when I did that game. Desert Raider, what's good? You picking the Niners tonight, right? Yeah. I look, Purdy had a really good game. Granted, third-string quarterback, but he had a solid game. San Francisco has a very solid defense. And look, with the run game that San Francisco has and the terrible run defense that Seattle has, Christian McCaffrey is going to have a field day against Seattle's defense tonight. I'm just putting it out there. Sixers versus Warriors tomorrow. Yeah, we know who's winning that game. Team light skin all goddamn day.
The Warriors are going to absolutely demolish that team.
Team light skin all damn
day.
Did Steph
dislocate his shoulder? Did he dislocate his shoulder? I heard he went to go kind of stab at a ball and hurt his shoulder. Did he
look?
It looked like he dislocated or hyperextended it. It didn't look good because he was running down the sideline.
Disley said Moss quit the Raiders.
Moss quit the Raiders. He quit the. Well, I don't know. Did he quit or was his time? Was he told like? I don't know. I don't know if he quit the Raiders. I think the upper management had just had enough of his bullshit.
Shout out to Chris on the $4.99. Low key, that's the way I feel about the car bashers. Y'all don't remember Jamarcus Russell, Charlie Fry, and Bruce Gradkowski.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me. There you go. It's a fact. That's a fact.
It's fair.
This is why, look,
Jamarcus Russell will probably go down as you guys' biggest mistake.
That dude, all he did was get money, and that was it. Like
seriously, that'll be you guys' biggest mistake.
Yeah, and that was before rookie deals too, so he got fat paycheck.
Oh shit! All right, so Curry did hurt his shoulder. He's out for 2 weeks.
I thought
win without him.
He like went to go like take a stab at a ball from a guy, and it if you watched go watch the replay, it like got hung up, and I think he hyperextended it.
Fuck, I don't even want to see that because I'll feel bad for him. I'm already dealing with an injury myself.
That's all right.
Now.
We're gonna get our rematch. And we're going to beat your ass this time.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Here we go.
We're going to get our rematch, and we're going to hang Banner 18.
Pool party time. There you go, Rob. Let it be known. I don't know. Let's see how McDaniels work. There you go.
But I will tell you this. Steph Curry is one of the best pure shooters I've ever seen in my life.
Team light skin all goddamn day.
He is. No, I'm being dead serious. He is one of the best pure shooters I've ever seen in my life.
I got to see him.
And I don't know if anybody will ever reach Jordan level, but I'll say this, Curry's very good.
I got to see him live in 2014 against LeBron's Heat. Curry dropped 38 points that night. He wasn't missing shit. And this is when Mark Davis was a coach. I told people then, I was like, this team is going to be a problem. Give it a few years. Mark my words, they're going to be a problem. And see what they've done over the last 8 years. So speaks for itself.
Yeah,
Clippers and Celtics in the finals. Tell the guy in your life, get out of here.
The Clippers?
No.
You think the Clippers are going to win the West? They're going to beat Golden State? No fucking way.
I'm gonna use.
I don't know what kind of nug you're smoking, but
I'm gonna use Wasted's line for that one. Fuck, and now I can't. Like your life depended on it. Like that's how Alex feels right now.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of nug that dude is smoking, but whatever it is, I take some of that. Holy shit.
Nope, not happening.
As long as so it's wild how long that core has been together though. Steph, Clay, and Draymond.
Well, again, another competent front office and making the right moves. Like, hold on, who was it that said that? That said Clippers? All right, Alex, look, no disrespect. We having fun in here, but the Clippers, really? Like, dude.
The Suns? The Suns, the Celtics could have beat the Suns by 51 points. Seriously, the Suns?
Rob said the Warriors will never reach Lakers level. Look, the Lakers were good once upon a time, and now they got a geriatric team that can't stay healthy if their life depended on it. So.
They're gonna. I honestly, if my heart wasn't so green for the Celtics,
Oh God,
I might feel bad for the Lakers just a little bit because what they're gonna go through in the next 2 or 3 the next 2 or 3 years when everybody leaves and all those contracts come up, they're fucked.
There's one team. There's one team that look. I would love for them to win the NBA championship. But I really think that I will be dead by the time that happens, and that's the New York Knicks.
Oh.
Look, I have things on my list of teams to win championships for me as a fan. The Raiders to win a Super Bowl before I die. The Mets to win a fucking World Series. I was 9 months old the last time they won one.
That'll never happen. You'll die before that happens. Sorry,
I got to see a triple crown in horse racing, so I'm good with that part of it. Even though I'm not a big I like to watch the triple crown races, but that's it. I got to see a triple crown in my lifetime, and then the fucking the Knicks. But I think I'll be dead by the time they win a championship.
Yeah.
You know what the problem with the Knicks is? They're perfectly fine with being competitive and just staying in that competitive role and not like taking that next step. Because as long as they're making money, you know what I mean?
Dolan needs to sell the team. I'll say it right now. Dolan, sell the team. You could ban me from MSG because I'll never spend money to go to a fucking Knicks game in the Garden. Fuck that shit. Sell the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he absolutely should. He should.
All right. I'm going to wrap up because it's already almost 8 o'clock. Fucking time the last 2 days has gone by so fast doing these lives.
Well, that's because it gets dark at 3:30 and it's fucking depressing out here on the East Coast.
Yeah, so he's not lying. And it's raining out
It's
here.
dark at 3.
It's raining straight through tomorrow.
Dude,
so
I get up in the morning for work and it's dark and I come home and it's dark.
3 years we'll get another ring. Yeah, okay. Rob, then you woke up. Magic need to buy out Mark Davis. Look, man, we had that conversation a couple of weeks ago when I heard he was getting investors and was trying to be a minority owner. What he did for the Dodgers organization with his guys and the type of moves that they made to make that team turn around very, very quickly and be very successful, I give him a lot of props. With the Lakers, he didn't have a lot of say, if any. And I honest to God think that if things were different,
LeBron's making the decisions on that team. We all know.
Magic is the reason that LeBron came to LA. That's the thing. But what the fuck is his name? Jeannie's brother was a dude that was doing all the talking and shit. So,
but you know what I mean? We all know LeBron runs that friggin' team. It's terrible.
Yeah. No,
I hope he seriously does get to own a sports team one day, just to watch him fall flat on his face.
Because you're a fucking Celtics fan. Fuck you. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up.
He'll do worse than Jordan does with the Hornets if he did that.
No, 100%. He would absolutely do worse.
Terrible. I appreciate you guys pulling on up. Bobby, it's definitely been a long time. Definitely appreciate you coming on, bro. Big Mike, we will be talking Sunday morning with our fantasy start, and we can help the degenerate gamblers as well. Let them know real quick again where they can find you, and then I'm gonna send you guys off, and I'm gonna wrap it up.
All right, yeah, you can find me Big Mike Raider, Big Mike one word Raider. I do interviews, just Raiders culture, past, present, and future, and I do some film breakdown as well. So we got one dropping on Saturday, so just stay tuned for that. Hit that sub and like. We're getting things started, so yeah, you can find me right there. Appreciate you, brother. Bobby, let them know.
It's Beantown Breakdown on YouTube, and I harass my own fan base on Twitter as well under the same name.
Oh my God. Appreciate you guys, and we'll definitely be talking soon. Be safe, guys.
Fuck your team. You're
gonna beat the Patriots. I fucking can't. Ladies and gentlemen, again, that's our resident Masshole, Beantown Bobby, Beantown Breakdown on YouTube. Chris Dahl on the 199 road to 1K start Sunday. I'll send it for the playoffs. Let's get in the playoffs, guys. Please, let's get in the playoffs now. Now you guys are getting me. Oh, let's get in the playoffs. I appreciate everybody that pulled on up tonight. On your way out, if you haven't already, and if you're new to the channel, please do this as well. Break them thumbs, hit them subs, and smash the bell for all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions right here in the official, the original, the only house, Hammers House. With that being said, continue to stay safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. COVID is still around. Remember to wash your hands and your asses. And as always, win, lose, or tie, Raider Nation till I die. Till next time, y'all. Peace, love, and positivity. We are out.